Hello again, everyone. This is Many Ninjas here, and as you can probably guess, we're back for more Risky's Revenge after a bit of a hiatus. I believe when I last saw the playthrough on here, or the playtime off Steam, it was actually the 25th of January. So yeah, it really has been a while at this point. So you'll have to bear with me as I, get used to the controls again, just reminding myself what we have here. As well as kind of getting used to the controller that I'm using right now, since I'm not using the PS3 controller from before, but actually playing with an Xbox 360 controller, which is a wired controller in this case. And, well, suffice to say, using the 360 controller after being used to PlayStation products for literal years, it takes a bit of getting used to. D-pad is a little different than what I'm expecting there. So basically, like, the difference is like you have an actual full-size D-pad as opposed to just kind of the buttons that would be sticking on a PlayStation controller. Not to mention the placement of the analog sticks. It just feels weird from what I'm used to. Overall, the controller is actually pretty nice, though, in general. As for why I'm using this controller, I can't recall. Wait, no, I would have actually posted the picture on Twitter, but a little while ago I did finally decide to spend a little bit of cash to buy a used version of a 360. It was one of the... basically one of the arcade builds off the top of my head, because it's just with the 4GB drive. But 4GB 360 plus a handful of different games. Like 3 games, technically 4 since one of them was not supposed to be included. And was actually just left in the drive from where I got it from. It's not bad. Less than a C note, can't argue with that, right? Oh, I'm about to die now. I could really use a health right now. Health is the key word here. Oh wait, now I remember why I'm heading into the desert. In this case, as I may have mentioned in the playthrough beforehand, still a mostly blind playthrough. I don't know the actual contents of this particular game or where I'm supposed to be going necessarily next. Although I am aware of any major plot points that do come up later on. I'll name the next game because I was a backer for the Shantae Half Genie Hero Kickstarter. So I'm aware, loosely based on things mentioned there, exactly what the technical end results of this game are, and what lead into the next title and then the 4th title in the series. But in terms of the contents here, I'm blind. I don't know where I'm supposed to be going next. From what I remember, the last place I was the Battle Tower. Yeah, basically I was paying a visit to the Ammo Baron and getting the item from his area. And the only thing is, because of a conversation I had with Wizwar a little bit after the last recording, I know that I technically need to go back to do the Battle Tower at least one more time, because there's an extra item that can be picked up from beating the Battle Tower a second time. That actually would be useful. I believe it's another jam he mentioned off the top of my head. So since I'm probably going to be in the area anyway, this is probably going to be a shorter recording since I need to kind of reorient myself, see just what I left off. So it'll be a quick, or hopefully quick, Battle Tower run. Assuming if I make it that far at this rate. Yeah, this D-pad is going to take some getting used to. Let's see, maybe the stick will work a little better in this case. At least the stick on this controller is actually really nice and responsive, so... Can't argue with that. Before anyone asks, no, I don't have an Xbox Live account to give anyone at this point, in case anyone's going to ask that, just because I haven't set that up yet. Basically, from when I got the 360, I've had enough time to basically test to make sure the thing was working, since I did get it as a refurbished model. Test 1 or 2 games, and yeah, that's about it. Alright. I know there's a trick to get up there, but I don't remember what it is. Unless it's approached through on the side. Which actually would make perfect sense. Would make sense, but unfortunately this doesn't seem to be the case. Yeah, well, at least no great loss there because of the magic. Now, in terms of direction, I think this will be the next step. Ouch. Let's see, and in terms of other comings and goings, obviously, if anyone's been paying attention to my Twitter, yeah, I picked up a decent amount of stuff on February off the top of my head. Good couple of Nintendo games, mostly Ninja-themed ones. I was aiming around to and for quite a bit of stuff for National Ninja Day, which I did do a short video for. Unfortunately, not as long as I would have wanted, but time constraints kind of ate up that plan. And some of those games I will be revisiting for more complete playthroughs, especially something like Shadow of the Ninja, which was a game by Natsume, and a really fun NES title. Pretty damn difficult though, although that's kind of a way to describe a lot of ninja games, especially from the 8-bit era. Alright. Oh yeah, that's the talk button. It's weird seeing X, Y, A, and B on a non-Nintendo controller, and for the next-gen stuff, I'm used to seeing symbols like triangles, squares, crosses, and actually, what the hell is that last one? I keep forgetting what the last one is. Oh, circles. Yeah, circles being the last one. Alright, we're back at the battle tower. Let's give Barracuda Joe a quick shout out. I don't believe that was another timer item. Okay, maybe the large ones are timer items. If anything, the platforming in the battle tower is more difficult than the actual fights themselves. In this case, we can leave the gym just because I know there's no shortage of money that you can pick up in this area, so it's kind of good to loot things. You'll make more than your investment in going into the battle tower. Floor 6 of, I believe, 10, give or take. Come on, get off the line. There we go. We gotta be near the top now. I know there's only 2 of these platforming sections in this area. Crap. D-pad wrong way. Come on, hop off the ladder. Forgive me if I'm not exactly talking too much during this section. This actually requires a smidge more concentration, especially if you haven't played in a while, than I would have remembered, or than I would have figured. Alright, last boss. wish there was a good way to dash forward in this game. They do have the back dash, but unfortunately just not that fast. Or at least it only goes fast, but in the backwards direction, and it's not as helpful as like the back dash from the Castlevania series, especially Symphony of the Night. Very unfortunately not as fast as my first run through, but I am getting used to new controls, so at least it isn't too bad for too bad of a reason. Alright, there's our magical jam for the thing. Since this is kind of more of a warm-up to get back in the groove of things, I'd say at this point, this is good enough for a video here. And we'll end on the point of Shantae spinning. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll be getting back to the actual nitty-gritty of the story progression after this, or in the next video at this point, which hopefully will be recorded at a slightly later point this week. Thanks for watching once again. Catch y'all later.